as you can see here, here's the 3D model that I created to replace the Ford decal. If you look, it's got some bezels and stuff like that around it. I don't know how the 3D print will work, but I'm assuming it will it'll work out okay. So we'll see how it turns out. Okay, so I had the 3D model that I made, 3D printed, and as you can see, it in its kind of rough form turned out okay. I was actually pleasantly surprised at how close to the end product that I was trying to achieve. There's little ridges because I guess that's where they call well, the 3D printer or whatever, it lays down little beads of ABS, and so it's not a perfectly smooth surface like you would get if you were to, have something injection molded or something like that. So I think I'm going to try and sand it. I've heard you can use some epoxy clay or whatnot to fill in the cracks, and then you can sand that down. I've heard that you can also use acetone to fill in cracks, but I think I'm just going to sand down the edges and try and get a smooth surface so that when I go to paint it, it doesn't. Here you can see a little close up. See if it'll focus here. Hold on. Yeah. Let's see if it'll focus. Maybe not. There we go. So yeah, I want to again just sand it down so that when I go to paint it, I don't get any really weird contours or edges. So I will do that, and then we'll see how it turns out. Okay, well, the sanding on this ABS material, 3D printed Ford FX4 badge that I'm making, it seems to be working pretty good. Let's see if I can get a close up of it and have it focus. You can see that if you just sand, it will sand it down to almost a near perfect surface, and it's nice and smooth. And this is just with, so far I've been using 100 grit sandpaper, and this is really rough, so it's not totally smooth, but I'm gonna go back and hit it with some 400 grit, see what that happens. I've also been using a flat file to kind of get some of the flat portions, but so far so good on the decal. So once I get it all done, we'll see how it turns out. Okay folks, so here is the custom FX4 badge that I made. The black part is still kind of drying. I used a flat enamel paint to flood fill the colors. I did it before I did the clear coat, but I kind of botched it up, so I had to go back and do it over again. But for the most part, I mean, it turned out pretty dang good. As you can tell, I think it'll look pretty good once it's on the vehicle. But again, this is after it's been clear coated. You can see it's got a nice gloss to it. The flood fill that I used for the black inlay, or the recessed part, is just a black enamel, flat enamel, so it's kind of what I was looking for anyway. And then, as you can see, I just epoxied some screws in the back to go into the tailgate, because this time I don't want it falling off. I live in Arizona, so it gets a little hot, and so adhesives don't work too well here in the heat here in Arizona. So Alright, so next up we'll put it on the vehicle and see what it looks like. Okay, here's the finished product. As you can see, it turned out pretty nice actually. I'm actually pretty blown away that this was once a 3D printed object, and now it looks like something you'd buy out of a store. So the concept came out looking really good. The bevels on the lettering and the oval and everything came out really good. The paint matched up really well, and the flood fill and the black I think looks really good on the truck. Yeah, it turned out really good. I'd do it again actually. It looks really good with the scheme of my F150 here. I've got the Predator graphics and some black fenders on it. So yeah, I like it. Turned out really good. There you go. 3D printing. That's the way to go.